Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to WatchYouWant.com. Thanks for logging on. Today, we're looking at a giant from Audemars Piguet. This is a legend, the sixth day, one of only 50 made, so named after the Arnold Schwarzenegger film of the same name. This watch has a lot of backstory, and the name suggests part of it, but only part of it. Now, the story actually traces its roots to 1992, when Arnold formed an organization called the After School All-Stars, a youth charity to provide kids with activities after school, mostly physical fitness, sports-oriented, to keep them out of trouble. Now, he held an annual fundraising dinner in connection with the After School All-Stars, ultimately intertwining this with his personal association with Audemars Piguet and other sponsors of the event. So, around the turn of the century, around the year 2000, as Audemars Piguet was celebrating its 125th anniversary and the annual All-Star fundraising dinner was coming up, Arnold arranged for a special watch, the one you see here, the 48mm Jules Audemars XXL Chronograph 6th day, to be created in a series of 50 specifically for the fundraising dinner in 2000. Now here's the key. You had to pay $50,000 per plate to be part of the dinner, but for your trouble, you'd get dinner, you'd get a watch, and of course good karma. And what a watch. Now this is called the sixth day because in addition to the fundraising dinner, it also coincided with the release of the Schwarzenegger film of the same name. Now, Schwarzenegger seems to create a lot of films with namesake watches that you forget, but you remember the watch, the end of days, the sixth day. The watches are classics, the movies, not so sure. But this watch is a champ. This watch is an Olympian among Audemars Piguet chronographs. As stated, one of only 50 made, it was almost impossible to obtain, even at the time. We have a great in-house story here at WatchYouWant.com. Our founder and CEO, O.J. Watley, a prolific watch collector himself, actually traded Francois-Henri Benamias, I should say, he's one of those double names, an end of days for this watch. That is, Francois-Henri traded his end of days to OJ for one of these sixth day double XL chronographs. As the CEO of Audemars Piguet, I think Francois qualifies as an insider, and even he had to go after market to get one of these for himself. It's an incredible watch. In addition to the Arnold connection, in addition to the sixth day movie tie-in, in addition to the Audemars Piguet 125th anniversary Jubilee event, this watch has a tremendous amount of unique features to recommend it. First and foremost is the fact that it's 48mm, and this is no conventional 48mm case. The dial is actually an interchangeable piece. This watch comes with two dials, the idea being that upon request, Audemars Piguet can swap out the white dial that you see here with the natural superluminova pale green numerals for a second one that's sort of an olive camo drab that has contrasting numerals and the same contrasting black subdials. So you've actually got a full set with this watch. Everything you would have gotten at that dinner with Arnold Schwarzenegger comes with this watch from Watch You Want. You just have to decide which watch you want because it has two separate looks. The green dial really transformed the watch. If you've heard that paneristi expression, new strap, new watch, just wait until you see what a new dial can do for you. Now the case itself, 48mm, but that's just the beginning. This may be the only case I've ever seen, and I've seen thousands of exotic watches, that incorporates both a satin titanium chassis with a pure platinum, 950 platinum bezel. Now, the overall impression in the hand is still pretty light because of all that titanium, but you can feel there's a little bit of a top heaviness to it. Just a little sense of that premium pull that you get from a platinum watch. It's an incredible contrast between the satin of the case flanks and the polish of that platinum bezel. Again, I don't think I've ever seen a watch that combines these two in fusion like this. It's an incredible rarity, and it really does complete what is, frankly, an overwhelming watch in person. Now, the last part of this watch's aesthetic is the idea that it represents an early pilot's watch from the first third of the 20th century. If you look closely, you can see that the hands themselves emulate, let's see if I can get a little closer here, emulate the look of propellers on early aircraft with that exaggerated curvature. You can see that the distinct Arabic numerals, full Arabic numerals, large size, relatively flat round watch design, short lugs, and a technical fiber strap are designed to evoke that early pilot's chronograph look. And that's why Fundamentally, this watch is built on the Jules Audemars platform, which is a more conservative, slightly vintage look within the Audemars Piguet line. So this watch was designed to evoke something old school, something traditional, something from a bygone era and a bygone age, a more romantic age, which somehow coexists with its Arnold Schwarzenegger backstory. I gotta say that this watch is a mass of contradictions. Light metal and heavy metal, Arnold Schwarzenegger, modernity and sci-fi films, and the romance of vintage aviation. It's clearly a Jules Audemars shape, but rendered in a size and a specification that is anything but mass market and mainstream model lineup. This Jules Audemars XXL Chronograph, the 6th day, one of only 50 ever made, unobtainable for any price unless you went to that dinner back in 2000, is available from watchyouwant.com with box, accessories, that spare dial, which is, as far as I know, the only swap-out dial included with any watch ever made. From watchyouwant.com, you're getting the works with this 6th day. Check it out in high-resolution imagery on our website, watchyouwant.com. We are the pre-owned luxury watch leaders. Check out this Jules Audemars XXL Chronograph and our entire selection of pre-owned luxury watches. I'm confident that you will find the watch you want. I'm Tim, and I'll be back.